Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to episode 1 of my final boss series. Now in this series, the goals of this series is to obtain a pet, make as much money as possible, do as much Slayer as possible, get every void piece, get full graceful, and complete as many quests and achievement diaries as possible. Now if you don't know what final boss is, it's a title in RS3 where if you kill a certain amount of bosses you get the title. So I'm going to do it in 07, I'm going to try and kill as many bosses as possible. I'll show you the list in a second of how many bosses I need to kill. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to try and achieve in this whole series. So I'm just going to show you the list now. So here we are with the list. This is how many bosses I need to kill. 250 Abyssal Sires, 750 Callistos, 500 Cerberuses, 500 Chaos Elementals, 500 of every God Wars dungeon boss, 100 Corporal Beasts, 500 Wilderness Demi-Bosses, 750 Venonatuses, 1000 plus Dagonoth Kings, because every Dagonoth task I will be doing Dagonoth Kings hopefully, 250 Giant Moles, 500 Cowfight Queens, 500 King Black Dragons, 1000 plus Krakens, 750 Smoke Devils, 25, or I might change that to 50 Jads, 500 Vetion, and 1000 plus Zora. So once I achieve all of that kill count and all the stuff in the previous slide, I will complete the series. Now keep in mind the stats and all the stuff that I own right now in actual 07 is not a lot, so I'm going to show you my stats and everything now. Okay, so pretty much my stats are really bad, so throughout this whole series I will getting them up heaps high. The notable stuff I have is I only have 3 pieces of graceful and 1 piece of void, and that is the gloves. So you guys are probably thinking why I decided to make this series. The reason I made this series is because I could either just do a lot of progress videos of me basically doing this series, or I could just make this a series. So pretty much I'd probably do like 100 plus progress video series of me just killing heaps of bosses and all that, or I could just make it into a series. So I just thought, why not make it into a series? And so that's what I did, and I thought of the final boss series, so I'm going to keep going with that. So now we're going to get on with the series. So I think I might want to go for some Barrows runs first and then unlock some void throughout this episode. So I'm going to go for a Barrows run, but first I need to do a quest. And that quest is the Shades of Morton quest, and that allows me to teleport right near Barrows every 30 minutes. That's going to make Barrows runs a lot better. Alright, so before we do the quest, these are just the armor goals of this series. So on this episode I'll be working on Full Void, Toxic Blowpipe, Full Guthlings, and the Trident of the Swamp. Pause it if you want to have a look. There it is, the Shades of Morton quest done. 2k crafting and 2k herblore XP. That did get me a herblore level, and now let's go do some Barrows runs. So I'm going to buy 4,000 iron knives and go to pest control. That's the reason I stopped doing Barrows at the time. So here I am buying 4,000 iron knives for 250k. We're going to go to pest control now. We're going to go and try and get a void knight top. So before we went to pest control, I decided to go in for a magic only Zora kill, and this is the result. Alright, here we go. This should be our Zora kill, our first ever Zora kill magic only. The reason I didn't use range is because I don't have 75 range for a blowpipe yet. But the loot I got, it was a 5-minute kill, and I got about 120k from this kill, as you can see in the loot. I will price check it in a second. So here we go, let's collect our Zora kill loot to our inventory. Let's see how much we got from the kill. 135k, that's awesome. First ever Zora kill. So now I'm going to go try and knock out the Void Knight bottom, and I might go back to Barrows for a little bit. Here we go, spent about 2 to 3 hours of pest control, used up about 700 iron knives, close to a range level. Here we go, I'm just going to buy the Void Knight robes for 250 points. 0 points remaining, but there we go, just unlocked the Void Knight robes. And now I'm going to go do some Barrows for it. Alright, so here we go guys with chest number 40, I think it is. Let's see what we can get. Oh, nice, Dark's Axe. I think that's around 300 to 400k. That's nice. So I'm going to go tally out quickly and I'll be back. Alright, here we go. Let's price check. 360k for the dark sacks. That's heaps good. Plus 470k is the total profit. So I'm at 200k on supplies. That's awesome. Alright, so down at Barrows still, and we ended up getting a Varax helm. At the time I thought it would go for around 800 to 600k, and I was right, it did end up selling for 690k. So altogether from this Barrows run, we did end up with about 1.1 mil. Now I'm either going to go for 70 cooking for Barrows gloves because I do want to get them eventually, or I might go get another void piece. And there is 40 farming. That's very nice. Just doing a farm run before we start cooking. Alright, so there we go with the family crest quest. Now to start on cooking. Alright, here we go guys. We should be getting 70 cooking. There it is. There's 70 cooking. We went from about 38 to 70 cooking. That unlocks one of the sub-quests for Recipe for Disaster. Now we're just going to go for a quick Barrows run. Alright, so we've been at pest control for a long time, but now it is time to buy a Void Knight top. So here we go, Void Knight top, let's buy it. There we go, now all we need is the Void Knight Ranger helm, and I'm probably going to go for the Mage helm as well. Alright, so I'm taking a little break from the pest control grind, and I'm going to go train some Slayer for a bit. So to do that, I think I'm going to go try and buy a black mask. So the price I'm going to buy the black mask at is I'm going to try 550k. Yeah, so I buy it for 512k, so I'm going to go train some Slayer for a bit. I have a cow fight task at the moment. But yeah, we'll just keep training Slayer, and then once we're done, we're probably going to sell the black mask back. But yeah, let's go train some Slayer. Alright, so this is me buying the Like a Boss reward from Neve. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I'm just gonna use the black mask for now. I'm not gonna use the Slayer helmet yet, so I may as well buy Like a Boss. So that allows it so she can assign boss tasks for us. That'll make Slayer a lot less boring. Alright, so we came down to Dagonoth Rex just for a little bit of fun. First time ever. We got an 8 kill trip. Nothing on the last trip, but I think that's gonna be it for this trip. So first ever Dagonoth King trip. Pretty much got nothing throughout the whole trip. Got 2 food drops, which is good, so I'm just going to price check the loot. Yeah, so we ended up with about 100k, so we did profit off supplies as well. Alright, so here we go with 58 Slayer. That means I can now kill cave horrors. I don't think I'll do the quest for it, but still, that's 58 Slayer. Finishing up my Fire Giants task here, and let's go get a new task. So I ended up getting 143 Hellhounds. I did end up doing the Hellhounds task. And right here you'll see 70 strength. That also got me 88 combat. That is very nice. And finished up with a Hellhounds task. Decided to get a new one. I got a Trolls task, and at this time I was very tired, so I didn't feel like doing a Trolls task. So I did end up skipping him, but usually I would do a Trolls task, definitely. So let's get a new task, and I did end up getting 10 black dragons. So I ended up trying KBD for my first time ever. First kill, I did end up getting only 15 Runite bolts, but that's still cool. I went with a friend, so I got 63.5k split after about 5 or so KBD kills. Finished up our Black Dragon task, go get a new task for Neve, and we got 45 Iron Dragons. So I did decide to block Iron Dragons. So let's go get a new task, and we got Cow Fight. Finished up with our Cow Fight task. Ended up getting 126 Fire Giants, also skipped them because I was very tired. Also got 180 Black Demons, that's awesome for XP, so I'm going to go do it. I did have a medium clue in my bank, so that's the outcome of the medium clue, not bad. I tried and also ran out of charges, so I did have to sell it unfortunately. I decided to do the Roving Elves quest so I can get the Crystal Shield for Dagonoth Kings. And then I decided to do the Imp Catcher quest for some easy quest points, 875 magic XP. And the next clip coming up, I'm so sorry for the quality, this definitely won't happen ever again. But it's me pretty much selling my Slayer / bossing loot tab for 460k, because I did go to Live Dragons for a little bit. But yeah, went back to Slayer and ended up getting 60 Slayer, which is awesome. Ended up getting that on my Black Demons task. Now we can kill Aberrant Spectres, which is pretty good. Finishing up my Black Demons task, I did end up getting, I think, 1 range level and really close to another. Pretty good Slayer XP as well, got 60 Slayer on the task. and the money was really good. I ended up getting 90k from that task, which is really good. I never really get that much money from Slayer. So I'm gonna get a new task, and we ended up getting 144 fire giants. Alright, so here we go, finally completing our range void set. So here I am buying the Void Knight Ranger helm, finally. Not gonna get the mage helm just yet. Don't think I'll ever end up getting it till later on. So there we go, equipping the Void Knight range. Alright, so quickly we just need to talk for a little bit. I went away to my dad's this weekend, so I didn't bring my laptop and I used my dad's laptop. So I did a lot of stuff behind the recording pretty much. I didn't record any of it. So I went to Love Dragons for a long time, like 10 hours or so, and then went to the rest of the time to finish off my void. But pretty much you'll see my cash stack hasn't really changed. Actually yes it has, it's dropped about a mil, but my items have changed a lot. So pretty much I sold all my stuff from Love Dragons, and I could finally afford a Toxic Blowpipe and a Trident of the Swamp. The Toxic Blowpipe has 4000 Mythical Darts and 24% scales, and the Trident of the Swamp has 1967. So I still can't wield the Toxic Blowpipe until one more range level, so that's why I'm here at Yaks. But yeah, I did a bit of Slayer on the weekend as well. I got up to 61 Slayer, and I also, this is my Slayer tab here, I've also killed 6 Zoras, I think it is right now, just with a rune crossbow and a trident. So this is the loot from the 6 Zoras I killed. Actually there was more, but I did end up selling it because I needed to buy supplies for other stuff. But right now, just about to get 75 range, and then I'm going to go to Zora and use my new blowpipe. Alright, so here we go, finally with 75 ranged. That means we can finally use the blowpipe. So there I am wielding the Toxic Blowpipe. So happy I got that. So good. I'm gonna go take it to Zora for a while and use it. On Zora kill count number 10 we got a Dragon Med helm. I think that's kinda rare, which isn't that good. Alright, so this is the loot from Zora and a tiny bit of Slayer, mostly Zora. 828k, I'm gonna go sell it now. Alright, so it all sold for 825k. So now I want to invest all of that into Arams. Alright, so we're going to sell our Black Mask to be able to afford the Arams Road Bottom. Alright, that's awesome. So now that'll make Zora a lot better and a lot, just easier and faster. I will end up selling it back sometime, but now that we have Arams, I'm either going to go do some Barrows or some more Zora. So I'm just here on a Steel Dragon Slayer task, and look at that. Dragon Plate Legs had 30 Steel Dragons or something to kill, and we ended up getting Dragon Plate Legs on our last 4. That's like 200k. And we got a Crystal Seed from Zora. This is kill count number 17. That's so annoying, it's so rare. 4k, it's like 1 out of 215 or something. And on Zora kill count number 20, we got an Elite Clue. Don't know if I'll be doing this Elite Clue, but we can try it at least. Don't know how far we'll get though. So here we go with the Sea Slug quest, 7.1k fishing XP. The reason I'm doing these quests is for the Ardone achievement door is medium, 32 fishing, that's awesome. Now I'm going to go do the Hand in the Sand quest. There we go with the Hand in the Sand quest, 9k crafting XP. Alright, so here's where we're going to end off the episode. Hope you guys did enjoy the episode. So I'm going to go sell off my Zora tab, and we'll go see how much money we made from Zora. Alright, so this is where we're going to end off the episode. Only like 3 more quests, and then we have all the requirements for the Arty Cloak 2. That's awesome. I'm going to get that next episode. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and I'll see you all later.